Happy New Year. That's from both Crash and myself. Crash, say hi to everybody. Yeah, sort of saying hi. Well, welcome to the first Friday Night Live of 2025. Woo! Doesn't 2025 seem like it should be in the future? It was just 1984 not too long ago, wasn't it? I don't know. I guess I must be getting old. Anyway, welcome. I see that Sheila is watching. Hey, Sheila. And she worked today. So did I. I worked all day long. I wasn't even planning to work all day long, but I did. And I didn't even do the main thing that I normally do on Fridays. So I have to do that tomorrow, but that's all right. I got a lot of things done. That was good. It seems like, I don't know about you, but after Christmas, it's hard to sort of get back in a rhythm of things. Christmas, I work at a church for my day job, so Christmas has its own challenges that, with special events, and we've got, family Christmas parties, and then we've got, Christmas Eve services and Sunday services and just all sorts of different things. And so it really throws you off your rhythm. And then you get so tired that it's hard to get back. So anybody else in that same boat? I did go into work between Christmas and New Year's, and I was the only one there most of the time. It was fantastic. I got so much work done, but it's not the same. I mean, I'm glad I got a lot of work done, but it's not the same because I'm still out of whack. So hopefully I'll get back there soon. I don't know. But this is the first Friday Night Live of 2025, and I am not making the decisions tonight. I decided I'm going to let you guys make some of the decisions. So for those of you who are tuning in, if you could go to the chat, that would be really good. If you have to be signed into YouTube in order to chat, and then you can help me pick. But right now, it looks like Sheila's the only person that's chatting with me. So Sheila, looks like you might be making a lot of decisions tonight. I don't know. I'll at least give you choices. But we're gonna make a card tonight. And I had, over December 30th to January 1st, I had an online retreat, and that was lots of fun. But let's see some of the things that we made. I'm going to turn you down here. Oops. Let's see. Nobody needs to see me on the computer. Double screen anyways. All right, so some of the things that we made, we started off by making this fun little fun fold card. And the base of the retreat was this Regal Winter Designer Series paper. And then we made a one-sheet wonder, and we made 13 cards based a modified example of what Mary Nabe had done using Regal Winter. And then I did another fun fold card, and this is it's a spanner card. And so it opens up like that, and then it opens up like that. So that was lots of fun. Probably my favorite card. And it doesn't hurt that it's purple. I know if Rachel is watching, she's going to say yes, purple. And then I made, and don't tell him, but I showed everybody how to make this little pocket booklet, I guess. I don't know, pocket album. You can put these little things in here. It fits gift cards. So as I told everybody at the retreat, that I'm going to be putting some fun cards in here for my son, who's about to turn 20. How old is he going to be? Let's see. This is 2025. So he's going to be 28. Oh my goodness, I'm so old. Oh, send help. I'm old. Anyway, all right, so we are going to be pulling out the Regal winter paper because I still have a whole bunch left. I actually got another pack in too. I love it so much. This is on clearance right now. Well, sorry, we don't say the word clearance anymore. It is on the last chance. It's in the last chance section of the website of the online store, and it is at a slight discount. It's a $11.25, normally $12.50. So get it while you can, because once it's gone, it's totally gone, never going to come back. But you've got some just really, really pretty designs here. So I'm going to kind of give Sheila the option, and anybody else that wants to vote, of what design we're going to be using. And I don't need full sheets because I'm not doing it. So I'll give you some numbers, Sheila. But look at all this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Let's see, there's this one. I love that one too. There's one I don't have, and that's the one we did for the one sheet wonder. I don't have that one. Let's see, I don't think I put that one out yet. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I'm missing a couple, but that's what we've got to choose from right now, because that's what I've got left. So, Sheila, which pattern do you want as a primary focus of the card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. I've got all the coordinating cardstock, and so it really doesn't matter which you choose. I will be prepared. I've pulled all the packs of based on what was listed on the back of this sheet. So really, really pretty. I really like this one too. I love this one. There's just so many pretty designs and pretty colors in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Sheila says this blue one, Sheila, is that the one you're going for? I do like this. I think it's very, very pretty. All right, and so we're going to have to choose a second color to kind of go along with this. So that's one option. This sort of goes, vaguely. I'm not going to choose that one. So let me give you some choices here. I'm not going to choose that one. That one is already it. You can use these guys as accents, or this one as an accent. So I think any of these three. This is an odd choice, but I think it works. Oh wait, there's a blue in here somewhere. I know I have at least a little scrap of blue that we could probably pull in. I might have enough of. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to have enough of it. I don't think I am. So we're going to have to scrap the idea of it was this one, but we don't have enough anyways, and it's really too similar. All right, so Sheila, or anybody else that wants to get in on the chat, we're going to see how Sheila's mind works tonight. Pressure is on, you are correct. So I'd have Crash help me, but he's being a little quiet tonight. So we basically got Pretty Peacock, Wild Wheat, which is hinted at here. The Blackberry Bliss. We probably could pull in maybe even just a regular piece of fresh freesia. That would work too. She says 3. She says the purple. Nice choice. Probably what I would have gone with too, but remember, I'm not picking tonight. All right, so now we have to choose our card base. So we can have a base of white. We can, now based on your choices, we could have a choice of navy, as a base, or Blackberry Bliss? White, navy, or Blackberry Bliss? It's always fun to see what other people would choose. I'm thinking, I know what I would choose. Nope, mine's going to be an accent color. So she says navy. All right, so we'll set the other one aside, and I'm going to use white as an accent because I think that would be really, really pretty. All right, next choice, Sheila, while I get this out, is do you want a hamburger fold or a hot dog fold? Do you want it long and skinny and open up that way? Or do you want it kind of, not this one, because that one doesn't. Do you want it like to open normally like this, or do you want it to open the long way? Hot dog or hamburger? I know, it's such a weird way to talk about things. I just ate though, so it's not really making me hungry. Hot dog, she says. All right, so we don't usually do that very often, so let's go ahead. So we're going to cut this in half at 4 1/4. And we're going to score it at the midway point, which is 5 1/2. All right, so it's long like a hot dog. And so there is our hot dog fold. So this is going to open up. All right, so now we have some other choices to make. I think what I'm going to do is, we said this was the accent color. Do you want this accent color to be on the front of the card, or do you want to cut it down a little bit and have it on the inside and showing when it's closed? So sort of like a fun fold, sort of not. That will dictate how I cut this piece as well. So inside or outside? Sheila's like, how come nobody else is, I mean, she hasn't said this, but she's probably thinking, how come this is all on me? Because she's the only one chatting with me. So she wants it on the inside. So we're going to cut a little bit off the front of this. All right, so I'm going to just go in and I'm going to cut off I'm going to cut off 1 1/4 inches, I think. Who knows? Who knows how it'll come out? If it doesn't come out great, guess what? It's Sheila's fault. All right, so now we've got this little piece right here, and this measures, let's see, I cut off at 1 1/4, so this is going to measure 4 1/4. So this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's a square right here. That's actually kind of great. So let's make a square out of this. So 4 1/4, but I don't want it to be nearly that big. So I'm going to try, if I do 3 1/2, let's do a 3 1/2 inch square of this. So that's going to go right here, just like that. And I think we will make, let's make this inside piece. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Now, do we want this to be the whole inside or practically the whole inside? That's a really tough call right there. I don't think so. I think we want it to just kind of show down here. So we'll make it about 1 inch wide. So it'll be 1 inch by 4 1/4. That way it'll have a border as well. What did I say? 4 1/4? But let's do 4. That way it has a border all the way around that is the same. So if I put this on here, so that's centered right in there, just like that. And then we can put maybe a sentiment there, or we could just leave it as, I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We'll have to see. So this was a 3.5-inch square. I'm going to take my white piece and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger at 3 5/8 of an inch. And this white will just make it pop. So 3 5/8. All right. So now we have this going right here like that. That's kind of pretty. I like that. Let's go ahead and adhere those two pieces together. I'll add a little bubble burp in my glue. Boy, wasn't it really nice? For those of you who went back to work on January 2nd or back to school or whatever you did, wasn't it really nice that it's already the weekend? In 2 days and then it's the weekend. That's fantastic. All right, so now I think what we have here is we can put this down, but I think we need a little bit of twine or gold thread or white baker's twine. Let's see, what other options do I have over here in my magical little piece of heaven? Oops. Okay, we don't have that one to choose from because that's on the ground. I have this. I have this here too. I have this. And I have the ever popular linen thread. So, what do we think? Do we want to, like, we could just make a little bow that kind of comes down here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. Because we can put all right, Sheila, you're going to have to decide this one because remember, I'm not making decisions. So are we going to put a sentiment down here in the purple? Not necessarily on the purple, but down here. Or are we going to put a sentiment up maybe on a die or a label up here on the top? Sentiment on top or on the bottom? What do we think here? And again, for those of you who may be jumping in late, this is viewer's choice. So if you are logged into YouTube and can chat, go into the chat and you too can help Sheila decide. Oh, Suzanne's here. Suzanne said on the purple and Sheila said on the bottom too. All right, so now we have 2 people making decisions. Awesome. All right, so we are going to put our sentiment down here. So we're going to need something to go up here, though, I think, though, right? What are we going to do up here? What should we do up here? What we could do is we could wrap this almost like a present. Wait a second. How do I tie bows? I've forgotten how to tie a bow. Goodness. I didn't put any bows really on my Christmas presents this year. Well, at least not from my family. All I did was I wrapped them and I assigned each person in the family a wrapping paper. And so I didn't even have to put tags on it. I was extra lazy this year. But considering I did most of the wrapping, I think I'm allowed. All right, let's see. That's kind of pretty, huh? I think that's kind of pretty. What do you think? Because we can try something else. Oh, she said the shiny ribbon. There we go. That's good because that's what I've got tied. So we've got that. And this is a ribbon that it's very thin. And so this should go through the mail without a problem. Now let's go ahead and put this up on dimensionals. And those are mini dimensionals. I don't want the minis. I want the big ones, the big cats. And if I have a ribbon, I do like to kind of hold it down, tack it in place so it's not going to move too many places. Otherwise that thing could, that could slide all over the place. Suzanne and Sheila were both retreating with me from the 29th to the 1st. So I know that they have plenty of this paper left. So there we go. Now what we could do, I could, if I had another piece handy. Oh, I do have another piece handy. If I did want to make it look like a present, I could just take this and kind of stick the ends in here. I mean, I should have done that before and then tuck that end in there. What do you think? Do we make it look like a present or do we just keep it with the bow? Choose now. Now, one of the things that I showed the people at the retreat is sometimes if your cutter is getting dull, like mine is, you might get a little bit of a white center showing here. If you want to just hide that, just take your Stampin' Right marker and gloss over that. You can get that edge, or you can color your finger too. It doesn't matter. Just an FYI, celebration starts next week. Oh, I've got a yes and I've got a no. Well, Sheila, I'm going to have to go with a yes because that one was the first one I read. So one of the things that during celebration, there's always a sign-on bonus. So if you wanted to get the starter kit, which doesn't mean you have to start doing anything except for saving money, then you can choose, you have two options. You can choose the regular $125 worth of merchandise of your choice and 2 of the color collections of the Stampin' Right markers, and you get a stamp set with it that's designed just for the starter kit. Or you can get an extra $30 worth of merchandise of your choice. So $155 worth of merchandise of your choice, or $125 worth of merchandise, two 10 packs of markers, either the subtles or the brights or the regals or the neutrals, and then a little stamp set that kind of coordinates with it. So that is always a fun little deal that's going on during celebration. Now because this is a cut edge, I'm gonna really marker the whole thing so it doesn't stand out on our card when we put it down. For those of you, you may have seen me do this before when we fussy cut things. If you want that edge to disappear, you just sort of marker over it. Doesn't affect the front of the card at all, but does give it a nicer finished look here. So we're going to tack that down here. Might as well do that now. And then we're going to need a sentiment. Now the quest is on to find a sentiment that's going to go nicely here. Now I think it needs to go on white because everything is pretty dark here. I will cut another piece of white up here that will be hidden. So I've got a piece over here already started, so I might as well just finish that off. And that'll go in here, and that can be what we write on. Might as well put it down right now. make sure the top and the left and the right are all pretty equidistant. They are. Okay, totally hidden from the front. And now we just need a sentiment. So I happen to get out this stamp set, and I got out this stamp set. Are those the only two I got out? I think they are. That's weird that I only got those two out, but that's all I got out. So what will fit down here? Doesn't look like anything. Ooh. Oh, my bow is going the wrong way though. I was going to say we could do happy birthday going down vertically. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if I can retie my bow and have it go, the ends go in a different direction. I bet I could, or I bet oh, I can't because I just, we're stuck with that one. Sorry, we're not going to use this one. But we could do grateful for the everyday magic of you. You matter to so many. With deepest sympathy, happy birthday, congratulations. I think all of those will fit. Let me look and see if everyday magic of you would. Yeah, that'll be a tight fit, but that would work as well. So what do you think? Everyday magic, you matter, sympathy, happy birthday, or congratulations. What are we doing on this one? I'll let you guys choose. First one in gets it. While you're doing that, I'll get a piece of little white paper so we can figure out how to put it on there. I know there's a little bit of delay, and so they're thinking sympathy. All right, with deepest sympathy. These colors do lend themselves pretty nicely to sympathy. I felt really bad earlier this week, so I guess it was yesterday. Yesterday I went to a funeral. My husband's aunt had passed away, and a couple days ago. She'd been sick for a while, and so we went to her funeral, and I did not remember to bring a card with me. And what makes that really bad is that her children, I don't know how to get a hold of them. So let's see. I'm gonna stamp the with deepest sympathy. Then I think what we need to do is we need to make a banner out of it. So I'm gonna try to stamp that straight first. Which color are we doing? Are we doing Blackberry Bliss, or are we gonna do navy? What color should we stamp in? You can see that both of them will work. I'll let you choose. This looks dirty, but it's not really dirty. It's kind of stained. It used to be blue at one point. Suzanne said blue. We'll go with blue. I think that's a good choice too. Not that anything would have been a bad choice. All right, so we've got with deepest sympathy. Perfect. I wonder if we have a set of dies that would go nicely with this, that would cut it out. Yes, why yes, Sharon, we do. Let's see. We could do that. Nope, that doesn't quite fit. It's a little bit too small. How about one of the bigger ones? That one works. Let's cut that out, because I think that will look nicely. It will fill the space a lot, and then we'll be able to put some gems there and really make it fantastic. All right, so I'm going to walk on over to my cutting machine, because I don't know, I didn't think about it ahead of time, and bring it over. And the worst part about it is I don't actually know if I can find the rest of the stuff either, because I am cleaning. And when I clean, things get a lot worse before they get better. My husband came in here and he just kind of laughed. I did find it. It's a miracle. I did find my cutting stuff. He came in here and he kind of laughed. You know, you should get some bins and put it in bins instead of on the floor. I said, it was in bins. I'm trying to get them out of bins and sorted and all that stuff. It always has to get worse before it gets better, Peter. That's just the way it goes. Except for now I've lost the die. I've lost the die I was going to die cut everything with. Who saw where that went? I know somebody did. Somebody was paying attention and saying, oh, she's going to lose that. I found it. I found it. All right, I'm going to get a piece of tape here to hold this on here. Let's see if we can center that. Left, right, up and down. That looks pretty good, I think. I hope. Let's put the top over it. Oh, my handle's on the wrong side. I wasn't paying attention. Here we go. All right, let's add that to the stuff that's on the floor. Look, I barely made it, but I did make it. Let's gently take this off. All right, here we go. We are almost there. We almost have a completed card. So this, oh, it's a little bit too wide, but you know what? That's okay because it's just about the same width as this over here, which I've got an idea, and I bet Suzanne and Sheila will go with my idea. But I'm not going to tell you my idea. I'm going to give you a choice. All right, so let's try to center this on here. All right, so there we go. There we have that. Now, I typically don't do a lot of sequins and stuff or gems when I'm working with sympathy cards, just because I don't know. But let's bring in some choices here. We've got the white here. So let's see. Give you some choices. We could put white sequins out here in the purple. We could put basic rhinestones either inside or outside. And my gems that coordinate with the Regal Winter are somewhere where I'm not going to be able to put my hands on them. So they are not an option. Let's see if I got any other options kicking around here. I do have some blue smooth dot thingies. And I've got these iridescent things that kind of have some purplish in them, purple and white in them, depending on how you look, and blue. All right, so I'm going to give you 4 choices are enough. That's probably more than you need anyway. So here are your options. Number 1, the blue dots. Number 2, the iridescent faceted dots. Number 3, the rhinestones. And number 4, the sequins. What do you think we should add to this sympathy card? I'm going to put my die away while I'm waiting for a response. And also while I'm waiting, oh, blue dots. Suzanne's quick on the keyboard. You know what? I think the blue dots are a really good idea as well. And it wasn't actually what I was thinking, but I hadn't pulled those out yet. I was really thinking of putting something whitish or brightish, either one of these two here. But I think because it is a sympathy card, I think this is a good choice. Let's see. They don't want to cooperate. All right, so we could put them. Now, do we put them inside? I'm not gonna hold them down just yet. I'm just gonna let you see. Should I put it on the inside? Or should I put it on the outside? Who knew there were so many choices for one card? Okay, they're going to be in the same spot, whether it's both inside or both outside. I just need to know, should they be outside or should they be inside? I could justify either one. While I'm waiting, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to try so hard to be a little bit more organized this year and clean up as I go. That'll work fine until I've got a big event and I can't get out of my own way. I barely have enough time to design anything. All right, so inside, Suzanne says inside, probably where they show more is my guess, is why she's saying that. My only problem here is that I didn't really center it left and right, center my sympathy left and right, did I? Eek. I wonder how I could do this. I wonder if I could do this. You know what? I'm going to do it that way instead. Only because there's much more room here than there is there. I mean, I guess I could do a third dot. Does it look weird? Not balanced? You can tell me. I'm a big girl. I can take it. If it looks weird, I'm going to take one of them off. So you tell me. Keep them all on or take one of them off? I suppose the next question is, which one am I going to take off? I'll probably take off the one on the right. Too much. Okay, so I think you're right. I'm going to take that off. And we'll stick it somewhere else and use it for another time. All right, so there is our card. It's very, very simple. I mean, it took us a while to do it, but that's because I had to ask questions and wait for answers. But just a very simple card to express some sincere sympathy. It doesn't have to be a big elaborate card. I think sometimes we try to make it too difficult and we just kind of get stuck. And oftentimes, let's face it, sympathy cards aren't things that we plan for. So we're often making them as we need them. So, and I do need some. So I'm going to have to find my husband's cousin's addresses so he can send them some cards. All right, well, let me turn around. I have just a couple of announcements to make. Let's see, turn around. There's the ceiling, there's me, there's Crash. All right, we'll try to. So a couple of announcements. I have a launch party coming up, and I have two kinds of launch parties. And I sent this out, so if you're on my email list, you got it already. I'm going to have a virtual launch party every day, Monday through Friday next week, where I'm going to show you new items that are launching on Tuesday. And there's a lot of different places they're launching from. We're going to have new online exclusives. We're going to have a new mini catalog, January to April mini catalog. We're going to have a celebration brochure. There's so many fabulous things. So every day around noon, I'm going to throw up a video, and you can watch it anytime throughout the day. If you want to watch it on your lunch hour, great. If you want to watch it after work, fine. You can watch it anytime. It'll be on my YouTube channel, and I'll link to it on my Facebook page. And then on Saturday, the 11th, so a week from tomorrow, I'm going to have an in-person launch party where we will create 2 projects, and I'll have a bunch of displays. I participated in a swap with a bunch of other demonstrators, so I ended up creating 40 cards, and I sent those off, 20 that were from the mini catalog, a set from the mini catalog, and 20 that were from a set from the celebration brochure, and I'm going to get a bunch, 19, probably 20, back from various things. So even though I may have used seagulls, hint, hint, I can't show you the stamp set. Well, I could show you the stamp set, but I used a Friendly Seagulls stamp set. I may get some seagulls back. I may get lots of other things from the celebration brochure back. So there's going to be a wide variety. It's a great way to get exposed to different styles and different product. So that will be next Saturday from 10 to noon. Also later on this month, and I'm going to be putting a schedule out, but we'll have a kit together, and the kit together is going to feature, that one I already have scheduled. The kit together is on January 21st at 6:30. We're going to do a kit together via Zoom, and it's going to be the one that's, I had postponed it from this month. It is the coloring one. It's a watercolor one, and the kit comes with a pad of watercolor paper that's already been pre-printed. All you have to do is color it. And it comes with a water painter and a package of watercolor pencils. So it's a really, really great kit. And I'm going to show you over Zoom. I'm not going to do this one in person because I think I'm going to have some tips and tricks of how to color it and how to watercolor it. And I want you to be able to see that close up by watching through the camera lens. And then I'm going to be announcing a new retreat. So last year I had my first ever retreat, and I held it at Village by the Sea here in Wells. And it was a great time, and I'm going to have another one in April. And I think it's April 25th. And registration for that is going to be opening soon. I'm also going to be announcing some club options. I think I'm going to be getting into scrapbooking again. I did it a long time ago, and I've recently purchased a photo printer, and so I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking kits to get some of those scrapbooks done. I feel so bad that I did so well up until my kids were, I don't know, 8 and 10, and then I just stopped, and now I have those years missing, and I can go back and scrap, but rather than go back and think about how far behind I am, I'm going to just start here and now and capture some memories as we go along. So that will be a kit, that will be a club that's kind of forming, and if you'd like to take part of that, be on the lookout for that announcement. And I have some other surprises coming, but I got to pace myself, and I got to write the email first. So I hope you guys all have a great weekend. It's the first one of 2025. Behave yourselves, and let's get some crafting done. Have a good weekend.